getting some liquid white on the brush. I'm just going to put some liquid white in here. Don't need as much as I got there actually. And then straight over that, just put some liquid white all the way along the bottom of the canvas where the lake's going to be. I can even let it come slightly over the gesso. Don't forget that's still dry as that area. I haven't come right down yet with the oil paints. So just along the horizon, and I can come slightly above it with the liquid white. You'll still be able to see it where the waterline is. Doesn't matter if you mix a bit of that colour in neither, because it's pretty amazing this liquid white. You can blend away most mistakes of it. Very, very forgiving. There we go. Now, just in there, I'm going to use some snow just coming down now over these areas. Now, before I do that, I need to get some more browns in there. I'm just going to use the knife with some browns. I've got the lights and the darks. This wants to be the dark brown for this side. And then just in here, just in the shadows, I'm going to let it just graze. See that? Let it just take off where it wants. But don't want too much on there. Just want a few bits going on. And the same in here. Just a few little bits. Using the flat of the knife. Ridge your paint on the knife and just use the flat of the knife, and it'll pick it off where it wants it. On the high points usually. I don't want loads on there. Leave dark areas. Now with that colour, it's starting to run out. I can actually come back and rub into these areas. See that? And I'm just flattening them out, and it picks it up and puts it in other areas and makes it look realistic and subdued. So it's just sitting in there rather than standing out on its own. Straight over it at an angle. Hold the knife like so. That way you can't put too much pressure on. It's all about having a gentle pressure when you're using the knife like this. Very, very relaxed. Don't put pressure on and it won't smush. It won't all smush together. It will give you these lovely little details without hardly ever doing anything. And then just over there, I did put a bit on that side. And then just let it roll down there. Again, I keep changing angle every now and again. You'll notice that. It really makes for realistic effect. Very subdued, very dark. Okay, maybe a tiny bit more of that. Just down in here maybe. Maybe we've got a few bits and stuff going on at that sort of level where it flattens out. Same in here. It rolled down this hill. And I can put some in there as well. So enjoying doing this. See that? That was a nice break. flatten it out. And you actually pick that paint up then. Oh yeah. Happy. I am one happy chappy. Now I'm going to have this glacier working its way through here. So I want to be careful not to put no brown where the glacier's going. Just in there I can put a bit in. See that? Some wonderful rocky effects with a knife. So easy as well to do. It's so easy that anyone can pick up a knife. If they follow my guidelines on this, you can pick up a knife and anybody can do this. It looks so complicated, but it's really so not complicated. Again, put my dirty finger down in the liquid white, no problem whatsoever. A razor made brush. I'm just putting some dark areas into these little parts, just here and there. Same up in there. I'll just put some straight dark colour in, and also just in here where this glacier is going to come around. Same in there. I know that I want some dark for that bit. The glacier is going to go underneath where this dark is, and I want it a bit lighter for where glacier is going to go, you see. So that's cool. Now I'm going to go back to my brush, the big one, and I'm just going to pull straight down some of that dark all the way along. Some of that dark colour that we've been using for the mountains. There. And these lovely lakes really are nice. I put some liquid white in here, and the good thing about this, doing it like this, is that you can get the phthalo green in afterwards. It's smart, it really works well. All the way along the waterline, I'm just going to do that. And put some of that colour in there, allow it to mix with the liquid white. So that's as dark in. Now I'm going to get the phthalo green, put both sides through phthalo green. It's a strong colour as phthalo. And I'm just going to go over that with this phthalo green in areas, certain parts, not everywhere, just in little parts. See that, leaving gaps. And then what I'll probably do, I'll wipe my brush off onto a clean paper towel, wipe it off the excess paint that's on there, and I'll just blend that down all the way. That's it. Now, just underneath where the bank is, I'm going to want to put like a dark shadow for it, like a dark reflection. So that's pretty straightforward. It's an easy thing to do. I'll show you straight after I've done this. Right to the edge. It's a lovely colour, is that. And then I'm going to get some of the dark, and then just on the waterline I'm going to use some of that dark colour just on the waterline all the way along, and make it just a tiny bit darker so there's a reflection for the bank, the river's bank, should I say the lake's bank. It's a lake, is this, a glacial lake. And this glacier's melting away and working its way down here with gravity slowly, and then melting into this water. Every time there's a thaw, this will really gush down here, I should imagine, the water. Just something like that, and then I'm going to use a big brush. I'm going to pull down gently over the lot of it with a clean big brush, clean blender brush. Check it, keep checking for any hairs, anything of that nature. Pull down, and then you can just go across the whole thing. from one side to the other. Happy. Try and get any line. If you get any lines, you can just gently blend over them. They'll look like tiny little ripples in the water. Yeah. Great stuff. Now, with a filbert brush, with our dark colour on it, same dark colour we've been using throughout. I might put a bit of black with it this time. Just some black and that dark lavender in there, both sides of the filbert. And then with that, I'm going to come along the water's edge and put the water line in. So it comes about there. All the way along. Nice and straight if you can. Don't have to be perfect though, just somewhere near. Blocking above it. Now even on there, just let it come straight through. Paint above. Smart. A lot of fun to do this painting. A lot of fun. All the way to there. Just going to step back and have a look, see how straight I've got that. That's somewhere near what I wanted. Right, I'm back to my palette knife again. So, what we need to do, we've got this lovely colour here which is the off, like the purple, and we've got the darker purple as well. I'm just going to use some of that. I'm just going to come in here and just let it break. See that? Just let it break over the surface. Yeah. And it actually comes down to the water's edge, just here. Right down to the water's edge it does. To where it's actually leaked into the lake. Just at that point. A bit more paint for that part, see? Where it's going down into there. As you run out of paint, you end up going flatter and flatter. So you start off like this and you go flatter and flatter all the time. That's cool. That's the way it's meant to work. Now with that gradation just going through there, I need to start to bring it round to about here. So I'm just going to put a top on it just there where I marked before, and then while I'm running out of paint I just want to come in here and indicate some of that just going on in there. Yeah, wonderful effect to do, really easy. Now that's actually coming right in there. And then we've got the proper glazier just coming on in here a bit. Oh yeah, that's how that broke. That was perfect. Perfect. I want it to have a broken edge at this side, just underneath here. Now I'm going to get the white, the straight white, mix a bit of that colour into it, and then here and there I'm going to put some brighter highlights that go over the top of that. Just here and there. See that? Same in there, a few brighter highlights. Even up in there I want to touch a few. You can actually work it in here like so with the knife. just swinging backwards and forwards. If you get any blobs on, you can pull them off. It's not a problem at all. There. So I love painting lakes and glaciers and stuff like this. It's just such a wonderful thing to do. And again, it's something that I've never done, is the style of mountains that we've got up there. Never painted mountains with this style, and I've really enjoyed doing it. It's been something totally different for me to do. I love challenging myself when it comes to stuff like this. I see a view and I think, whoa, I still have to do that. Something I've never done before. Don't matter, that makes me want to do it even more. Don't be scared of it, just go for it. See something you like, go for it and just have a blast. I didn't know how this one was going to turn out. Just hoped that the skills I've gathered through my time painting were going to stand me in good stead, basically. Nice. Now I'm back to this dark colour here. See it, the dark purple. With that, I'm just going to come up in here. I'm going to put some little highlights for where I want some snow to be. These are the shadowed highlights, and then I'll put some brighter stuff over the top, but only slightly. Even right on the edges there, I'll bring a bit of that in. And you can blend it to the dark as well, it's really good for that. These rocks, I want them to be really deep rocks. And even that colour, you can use it in here. See, that brings a bit of it down into there. Still sat in the shadows. Some of that. Even in there you can do it. Love these colours though. They're lovely. Sweet. I mixed a lot of that colour up because you use a lot on a big painting of this size. I want to make it a bit higher. Just up to there. There. And you can actually just blend that down now into there. I know I'm going to have some white over that, some snow, so I'm not too worried. A bit of that highlight going on as well, that's all. Right, same for this other side. Same areas where I want the snow is where I put the shadow. Don't need too much of it over there. Maybe a bit up on top of that. A bit of snow up there. If it comes off too bright, it wants to be a bit brighter on this side anyway, but if it does come off too bright for you, you can just use the flat of the knife and allow, if you actually can pick that up and then gently go back over it again. See, it's as easy as that. And if you lose any of your darks, you can go back in again. No problem at all. Hey, let some of them come in from that angle. Maybe we'd have a few just in there as well. Love it. Just went through my water there. Fix it. Sweet. Right, so now I need to get some titanium white and mix it with that same colour. So I've got some of the colour on my knife anyway, so I'll put that there. I'll just grab my white, mix some white with it. There, that's pearly. Still quite bright really. Just an off-white, slightly off, but it's still going to look bright against this dark, you see. So just up in here where I put that colour, I'm just going to put a little bit of snow here and there. nice as well sometimes to just go, just let it go. A bit up in there. Oh, I got that right on edge. Now I know I want some of this creeping up here as though it's melted off the actual rock itself. Just up in there. That's it. So I use it in all angles, even the knife. Again, I want a brighter spot just in there. A bit more snow, as though it's gathered just in that spot. And then maybe a tad more just higher up. Remember, this is the brighter side because the sun's coming from right to left. Now, tighten a little bit, just in there. You can go backwards and forwards with the darts as well over the top of these, but I like it, I'm happy with that. Again, I'm going to put a bit more of this colour in with that white this time, so it's a bit, not quite as white. And I'm going to use that in the shadowed area on this side. I'll put some snow up there, so just a bit in there. Let it break. A bit over the top of that. Even bring it down and through a little bit. Leave some areas where there's nothing, and then just put some in other areas. Again, I'm going to have a part that's come down here and thawed out, and it's melted to that. It actually trickled down the mountains with the water. So you just got to imagine how it will all go as it's melting. These dark areas is where the water will be trickling. Just up on there, I want a bit. Right on the edge of that one. Yeah. Really enjoying this. So much fun. It's just so much fun. I hope you all try it. It's one that I suggest that you do try, because it's a lot of fun and it's not that difficult to do. These effects can be achieved quite easily. Highlights up in there maybe. Sweet. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that same colour. I'm going to cut across, get a ridge of it on the knife, and then I'm going to touch with the heel of the knife, and I'm just going to allow it to run through there. Right. Get a bit more paint this time. A little waterline. Don't have to be one perfectly straight line. It'll come off slightly different in certain areas, which is cool. Makes it look real. What you can do then, you can just very, very gently come across that. Just very gently. You will touch it here and there and pick it up. That's cool. Turn the brush over and just let it happen. Just on that water line, the water's edge. There. Happy with that. Now, one last thing that I'm going to do, just going to have a bit more snow just in here. Quite a lot more snow just in there. And I'll let that just disappear off onto this area. There. That's cool. Happy, happy, happy. Really enjoyed doing this painting for you all. It's been so much fun. Hope that you give it a go. I really hope you give it a try. I'm just going to finish off by, because these ends go up, I'm just going to actually come into the water and I'm just going to put a little shadow as though it's like a reflection. See that? Just simple, very simple. So you can see a little bit of that reflection of that into it. Same here, maybe you'd see a bit just coming up there. Just a little bit of stuff going on. Therefore, you would get the smallest amount of white in with that as well. Just where the snow is, you get the tiny amounts of white into it. Just a couple here and there and here. And then again, get your big 2-inch brush, and I just want to go down over that. In areas you can do it stronger, and in other areas just let it go. There. And what I do then is again just simply gently go across. Just gently let it go across them reflections. Maybe just to break it up a tiny bit. Bit more white there. Just going to finish up now with a few little dark rocks that I'm going to put in here and there. Just where the snow is in there, I think I'll just put maybe one there, a bit bigger, one there. So this painting is now finished. Really enjoyed doing it for you all, so take care and happy painting.